Hi, my name is Nunn, and this is my story. My mom and dad were bikers, and their friends were always around, and I guess I always just wanted to be like my dad. So for most of my life, I followed in the footsteps of my dad. I became rough and tough and no nonsense. By the time I was 21, I'd hurt so many people, and I'd been to prison or jail so many times that I'd pretty much lost count. In February of 1991, I was sitting in a Boulder County jail facing murder charges. I wish I could tell you that it wasn't true or it wasn't me, that it didn't happen, but I'd be lying to you. When I got released, I still just wanted to belong somewhere. It didn't matter where, I just wanted to belong. But that desire to belong and that wanting to fit in and to be a part of something led me to start hanging out with some old high school friends of mine who were in a motorcycle club, very similar to the Hells Angels. I also became introduced to meth at that time, and what I didn't know was that meth was totally going to control my life in a very short period of time. It was at that time that I met Trish, who's now my wife. We were actually a perfect couple, like a Bonnie and Clyde. She sold meth and I used it. And because of my affiliation with this motorcycle club, all of her customers paid her because they knew if they didn't, there would be problems. It was a match made in hell. Trish and I were actually at a motel room when we got arrested. I went to jail. There was a young Hispanic inmate in there. They called him Little Ray. He would always ask me, he was like, "Fred, come on, let's go to this Bible study on Wednesday night." And I would always tell him, "Ray, that's not for me." Due to boredom, due to just wanting to see another part of the jail maybe, I thought, well, I'll go, and maybe it'll get Ray off my back. I remember that night when I went back to my cell, and for the very first time in my life, I really prayed. I mean, I'd prayed many times when I found myself in jail or a courtroom, "God, please get me out of this, make this go away." But that night, I truly prayed from my heart. And I remember asking God, saying, "God, I don't know if you could love me. I don't know if you can forgive me. And I sure don't know if you could use me. But I'm yours." And God started to place people in our lives, and some of the most amazing people. I remember we joined a few Bible studies, and God was showing us love through these people. And the only love that Trish or I had ever known had strings attached to it, conditions, restrictions, and all that kind of stuff. And these people were loving us just to love us, and we didn't get it. Our lives today are so much different. If somebody would have told me 10 years ago that I'd be talking about Jesus and God and those kind of things, I probably would have said something foul. I still have my struggles, I still have my issues, but I also have a Lord and Savior that walks me through it and walks with me all the time. I know He's always there, and He proves it to me constantly. I have broken all of the commandments. I've been arrested more times than I have fingers and toes. I've been a meth addict. I've taken a life. And I know that He loves me, and I know that He forgives me, and He wants to do the same for each and every one of you. Let Him come into your life. Let Him transform you. Let Him change you.